This is the Projekt Gemineye Update, your source for all things Projekt Gemineye. Brought to you by Riffical Records. And here's your host, Mark Anthony K. Greetings, friends, and welcome to Projekt Gemineye Update number 189. So, today is May 6th, 2023, which means that it is time to draw the winner of the In the Year 3073 Book 3 test pressing that I talked about in the last update video. I believe I have a picture of it here. There you go. It looks like every other kind of test pressing. Like I said in the prior video, I had missent a few extra copies of stuff over to the US distributor. One of them was an extra test pressing, so he has one sitting there. And he also decided that it might be a good idea to do a contest to give the extra test pressing to somebody. And I had quite a few people submit to it, so I am going to do that now. I am going to draw a name for the test pressing, but I've never been the one who likes this whole idea of, grabbing the first name and there you go, there's the winner. There's no build up to it, nothing like that. So I've always been a big fan of the backwards theory, which is the last name picked from the hat will be the winner. So here's my hat. You don't really see that, but it's upside down on a typical example, but that's my God hat. There's a long story to it. I don't think I'm God in that sense, but it's an inside joke. But I'll be using my God hat to pick out the names that are inside the hat. As you can see in there, there you go. There are names in the hat. And what I'll do is I'll start drawing them, and the last name that I draw, the very last name from the hat, will be the winner. So let's start mixing it up. Before we start though, let me just do this. I'd like to thank everybody who has bought a pre-order of the CD in the year, what am I doing here? Who have bought a CD copy of What Lies Beyond, the new Projekt Gemineye album. There's the cover. It is at Train Records right now as we speak, getting printed up. So they should be coming to me in a couple of weeks' time, and it'll be sent out to you. The good news about this is that now I can start thinking about doing the vinyl. The vinyl will be done again at Train Records. I love those guys. They do everything perfectly. I've also talked to Kevin Park, the guy who does all my lacquer cuts for me at a lacquer channel, who has now moved apparently to the Ottawa Valley. So I don't think he's working out of lacquer channel anymore, but I totally trust him 100%. He was the guy who was doing them anyway. So he'll be doing the lacquer cuts again for me. And he said it only takes 2 weeks turnaround to do the lacquer cuts. And Train Records has said that the wait for the vinyl, especially if I decide to do, excuse me, if I decide to do a black, any kind of solid color or translucent color, it will be not as long a wait anymore as it was last year. But if I'm going to have any kind of splatter or any kind of odd colored stuff, it will be longer than the wait because they are using manual presses for the splatter and other things, and using all the automatic pressing machines for the colors, solid color, and the translucence. So we'll be sticking to that route. There's going to be no splatter. I don't want to wait extra long just for that. No offense to anybody. I'm still haven't decided yet on what the color is going to be. For some reason, Facebook took down our poll. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but Facebook decided to take our poll down. So I'm going to put up another one in a few days. And when I do, I'm going to make an update video about that because I want to talk to you guys about something in regards to the color. But we'll leave that for now. Let's get to drawing the test pressing. I've delayed this long enough. Okay, what's the first name out of the hat? So again, the last person from the hat is the winner. So the first name out of the hat is Steve Dill. Steve Dill is a longtime supporter of Projekt Gemineye. He has been in there since the beginning. He has bought pretty much everything that I've ever put out. Thank you for entering, Steve. Better luck next time, my friend. Next name from the hat is Michael McLean. Michael McLean, again, is another person who's been around for a while. I don't remember he's been from the beginning. I don't think he's been from the beginning, but he's been around for a while. The name is very familiar. I try to keep tabs on most of the people in my group. It's getting more and more difficult because there are over 300 people now in there. That's not to say that 300 people are in constant contact, but I'm surprised that, of late, all of my videos that I've been doing have had at least 100 or so views. So we have a good percentile of people who are subbed watching. So thank you again for your support in that regard too. And thank you, Michael, for entering, and better luck next time, my friend. What is the next name here in the list? Or in the hat, sorry. The next name is Greg Pegg. Greg Pegg is another person who's been around for a while. I know he's been very communicative on the pages and stuff like that. I really appreciate that, Greg. And better luck next time, my friend. I'm going to do more of these contests, so don't be discouraged if you don't win this time. People, I've had a good amount of different people winning my contests, so don't be discouraged from entering next time. Next name from the hat is Ken M. Speaking of people who have already won before, Ken M. Now, I'm assuming this is Ken Morris. Now, this is another thing that I don't like about YouTube. The people who have entered on the YouTube channel version of it, thank you again for entering. But sometimes when you put your names up there, I get all these odd names like Ozark Climber 67-2, like all these like weird names. I don't really know who you are, but luckily most of the people who have done it through YouTube, I know who they are. Ken M is Ken Morris. He actually won one of the sealed copies, if I'm not mistaken, of An Ordinary Day, the blue vinyl original that I gave out a few years back. Actually, I had 2 copies of it that I gave away, and Ken, I believe, was one of the winners of it. So congratulations then, but better luck next time, Ken, for the test pressing. Next name, Steve Wright. Steve Wright is one of the masterminds of the Pottered in Hell podcast. A great podcast. If you haven't watched it before, do watch it. They cover everything in music and hard rock. They do some fantastic episodes on various different things. So if you like hard rock music in general or metal music, check out Pottered in Hell. Thanks again, Steve, for entering. Better luck next time, my friend. Next name out of the hat. Oh, 2 of them there. This one is Doug Johansson. Doug Johansson is one of the early members, again, has been here from the beginning, who lives in Australia. Whenever you see me do these videos, whether it's the CD pre-order or the vinyl pre-order, I'm always the one. He's one of the people I'm always referring to when I'm saying I feel bad for the Australian buyers because they always have to pay so much for shipping. Doug is one of those people that I feel very sorry for and always try to get him a better rate for shipping. But he's still here. He's still entering. Thank you so much, Doug. I really appreciate that. Your support means a lot to me, just like everybody else who's entered as well. And again, don't be discouraged. There are going to be more things to win in the future, and I hope you're doing well up in Australia. Better luck next time, my friend. Next name. Just so you guys know, I have about 18 names that have entered here, so I'll try to do this quickly here. Next name is Ronnie Zach. See, this is one of these people who came on through the YouTube, which had a Ronnie Zach 67523, whatever, like a huge name to it. Not 100% sure who Ron is, but thank you very much, my friend, for entering. Maybe next time. But I feel bad that I don't know exactly who you are. I never made anything specific about people having to be subscribed to enter this. So if you're not a subscriber to my channel and entered, that's fine. I didn't make a specification on that, but maybe you should subscribe. I'll get to know you a bit better, and this way in the future I can talk a little bit more detail about you. Better luck next time. Next name is Brett Bolander. Now, Brett is another person who's been around for a very long time. He has these fantastic posts that he does in his Facebook channel, especially when it's wintertime, where he's covered in snow, and his neck of the woods must get really hammered in the wintertime with snow. But he's a music collector, vinyl collector. I believe he even is starting to sell some vinyl off of his channel. So check out Brett Bolander. Check out his channel, and maybe you might find some awesome records to get off of him. If I'm not mistaken, I think he might be the one who's selling records. And better luck next time, Brett. Next name is Simon Osborne. Simon, again, is a person who's been, I think he's a little bit more of a newer I think he's a bit of a newer subscriber. And when I mean newer, that could be like 3 years, because don't forget, some of these people have been here since like 6 years already. So, but again, I've seen Simon's name plenty of times. I've seen him leave comments lots of times, and I really appreciate that, Simon. It means a great deal to me. Thank you for entering, my friend. Better luck next time. Next name out of the hat is Mandy Dog. See, this is another one. Mandy Dog. Now, I know Mandy Dog, according to the YouTube information, is somebody who's been with me for a long time. Apparently, it says that she's been 5 years subscribed to my channel. So thank you, Mandy Dog, for that. I wish I knew what your real name is. I'm guessing it's Mandy, but I wish I knew more detail, you know what I mean, about you. Thank you, though, again, for subscribing, and hopefully next time you'll be a winner. Okay, we're getting down to a smaller amount of names here. What's the next one here? Next one name here is Luke Labonte. Now, Luke is another person who has been with me for a long time. And Luke is one of these people who buys multiple copies of things. I'm always humbled when this happens, when somebody comes and orders 2 copies of a CD or two copies of a vinyl or something like that. I understand why people do it. Sometimes people want to keep it sealed and have one to listen to. So Luke may be one of those type of people. And if it is, great. And I thank you so much for your support, because it really means a lot to me to see that people enjoy my music that much that they're willing to buy multiple copies of the same album. So, Luke Labonte, thank you, my friend, and better luck next time. I think actually Luke might have won a contest before too. I'm trying to think. If I'm mistaken, then sorry, I might have got you mixed up. Anyways, next name, Shane Roan. Now, Shane is very familiar to me. Shane actually texts me quite a few times, during the week and stuff like that, and gives me little messages here and there. We chat back and forth. He's a great guy, very supportive, has bought everything that I've put out again as well. Extremely supportive, and whenever I do a contest or anything, he chimes in, gives his 2 cents and more about it, and I appreciate that a lot, because I like knowing what my supporters like or want to see in my designs of my albums, or ideas for different, things like maybe doing 45s or something like that. There's been lots of ideas that have been given my way through supporters, and Shane Roan is one of those kinds of people. So thank you, Shane, for entering. Better luck next time, my friend. Next name out of the hat. I know, Preston, you might have thought that you're getting close, but Preston Fraser. Preston Fraser, I've known him for a long time. He comes to me through the Yes Music podcast. He's a huge Yes supporter, and I'm on that. I do the Yes Music podcast channel with Kevin Mulrine. Been there for years now doing that. Preston is a journalist. He's also a bass player, and if you go to his channel, Slang of Ages, he has a fantastic podcast where he talks to various musicians about music and their records and their releases. There's a few different episodes of me on there talking about different records, and me talking about Yes as well, talking about the Drama record, I believe, which was pretty recent. So yeah, check out Preston Fraser. Check out Slang of Ages podcast. You'll enjoy it. And thank you, Preston. Better luck next time, my friend. So how many are we down here to? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 names, I believe, left. Okay. Big drum roll. What's this now? Adam C. Now, Adam C is again another person that I'm not 100% certain of. I think he might be new. Maybe he's a person who's not subscribed. Like I said, that's fine. That's no problem. I didn't have any requirement to be subscribed to do this. In the future, I probably will ask for subscribers to join in on this, but no problem. Adam, keep in contact, leave messages and stuff like that, and I'll get to know you a bit better, and then I can talk a bit more in detail about you. But thank you very much for entering, and better luck next time, my friend. Okay, what's this? Let me shuffle these names up a bit. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4 left. Okay, let me take this name. Mark Arnold. Now, everybody who's here must know who Mark Arnold is. Mark Arnold is my right-hand man. He is the man who helps me tend to the Facebook groups that we have. When you see when you saw the post with the poll for the colored vinyl, not only for this album but prior ones, Mark Arnold's been the one who's been doing that. He's been the one who's been setting it up for me. He's been the one who's also been thanking new subscribers and new people to joining the page. Mark has been extremely helpful in keeping Projekt Gemineye rolling on the internet sites, and I really appreciate all his help. And I hope you guys know Mark, talk to him, say hi to him. He's a good guy. He's a fellow Canadian, and he's another one of these persons who buys multiple copies of my stuff. I mean, you're gonna say, yeah, of course he does. He's your right-hand guy, but he doesn't have to. I've never told him ever that he has to buy multiples of anything, and he'd still be my right-hand guy. So, but thank you, Mark, for all your support throughout the years, and better luck next time. You were pretty close, actually. 3 more names. Let's take this one here. Come on, these ones are all tangled up together. Okay, what's this one? This is going to be ironic. Joe Bailey. I wonder who Joe Bailey is. Joe Bailey is actually my good friend and fellow musician who plays with me in my band, The Dark Monarchy. Great guy. He lives in England. I consider him more than just a friend now. He's pretty much family to me. He's a great guy, excellent musician, one of the best orchestrators I've ever heard for music. I mean, just listen to his stuff. Look up Joe Bailey on Bandcamp, and if you want to hear some good shit, check out Joe Bailey. And hey, The Dark Monarchy, we have 3 albums out. We have 3 EPs as well on our Bandcamp page, and later on this year we'll be working on the next Dark Monarchy album, and I'm looking forward to that. Joe Bailey is a great guy, great bass player, fantastic singer as well. And Joe, you were really close. You were number 3 here. So there's only 2 people left to draw. So you're very close to getting to test pressing. Better luck next time, Joe. Okay. Here is number 2. So after this name is the winner. So the runner-up is Boris Stulf. Boris comes from Switzerland, I believe. He has these fantastic posts that he does on Facebook, where he has one of those record players that you post on the wall sideways on there, and you can see it spinning there. And he every time he gets a new album, he puts the record up on there, and talks about it a bit, what he likes, what he doesn't like about it. Usually he's very complimentary about the albums that he posts. So great guy, Boris, very supportive. Thank you so much for getting into the contest, and you were so close, my friend, to getting to test pressing. Better luck next time. So that leaves us now with the winner. The last name, and where is it over? Oh yeah, it's over down here. The last name here. And this is the winner. The winner of the test pressing, Jeff Swartfager. Now I believe I know who Jeff is. If my memory is not incorrect, I believe Jeff has a YouTube channel, like one that he updates almost every other day, I believe, with vinyl updates and stuff like that. He's a big record collector, and a big supporter of Projekt Gemineye. Every time he's bought one of my albums, he has posted it on his channel and talked about it. if this is the same Jeff, because I know a few Jeffs, but I'm pretty sure this is the same Jeff I'm thinking of. So Jeff Schwartfager, Schwartfager. I can't believe I'm terrible at pronouncing last names. You're the winner. So the test pressing is going to come to you. Contact me, or I will contact you as well, just to double check on your mailing address. I will need to make sure that I have the correct one to send to the distributor to send you the test pressing. So there you go, my friends. That was very fun to do. Like I said, I enjoy doing it that way much better than just drawing one name and calling it a day. So that's it for now. I'll be back soon to talk to you guys more about things that are happening in the Projekt Gemineye world, including the upcoming pre-order for the vinyl version of the record, and we'll have to talk about the color as well. So until that time, have a great weekend, my friends, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.